Hi, my name is Mary Grace Scales, and I am for lowering the drinking age to 16. My opposing partner is Dana Eiper, and I am in second period of Miss Rasmussen's class. So, about minimum legal drinking age. Its acronym is MLDA, and currently in the United States, it's set at 21 years of age, which I'm fighting to lower to 16. It was set in 1984 with the National Minimum Drinking Age Act. The act threatened to raise state taxes for states that would not comply to raise MLDA from 18 to 21. So obviously, the states all raised their MLDAs so that the citizens wouldn't get angry about having to pay more taxes. Why lower the drinking age? These are my three main points. Lowering the drinking age to 16 will make young adults less likely to binge drink, which is dangerous. And lowering the drinking age to 16 will halt the rise in young deaths that have occurred since the MLDA Act was passed in 1984. Lowering the drinking age will reverse the drinking and driving confidence displayed by newly legal drinkers, which can get them into crashes really easily, and raises traffic fatalities. Binge drinking be gone. My cartoon shows a chicken saying, apparently binge drinking causes brain damage. And then the book beside it, which represents people who do binge drinking, says, whatever, lots of things cause drain cabbage. So pretty much meaning the binge drinking affected him so much that he can't even say things right anymore. Binge drinking is the act of drinking in high alcohol in high unsafe amounts over a short period of time. This occurs mainly with young, newly legal drinkers because they kind of go crazy after not being able to drink for their whole lives. Dr. David Freeman, a PhD, stated that binge drinking can cause health problems such as anemia, cirrhosis, and nerve damage, along with countless other issues that can be fatal. And as a continuation of binge drinking beyond, a study done by Dr. Mark Bellis at Liverpool John Moores University's Public Health Centre in London revealed that teenagers that drink with their parents in controlled moderation are less likely to binge drink later on. For example, Italy has no MLDA, and parents teach their kids to drink moderately with their meal rather than going to a crowded club, like in the US, and binge drinking into oblivion, which can be really unhealthy and cause the health issues that were in the earlier slide. Italy has less of an alcohol issue among the young than the US does, so if parents agree to monitor their offspring's drinking in the early years, then the kids will be better off and healthier in the future. And that's concluded because Italy itself doesn't have an MLDA, and they have less of an alcohol issue. So if the U.S. followed suit, then maybe our traffic fatalities would be reduced as well in alcoholism. Halt young deaths. An award-winning 2010 study done by University of Notre Dame graduate Dan Derschel found that banning the purchase of alcohol between the ages of 18 to 21 actually increased traffic fatalities of those between the ages of 18 to 21 by 3%, which is contrary to what most people believe, because most people believe that since the MLDA has been increased, the traffic fatalities have decreased, but it's actually quite the opposite. This can be attributed to underage drinkers having to keep their alcohol intake and purchasing a secret, which may cause them to go to unsafe measures like going to someone's crazy basement and drinking, or having to drive really fast, which can be possibly fatal, which could also risk jail time if they're caught. Underage people would also be more likely to drink and drive because they'd be more afraid to ask for a ride if they were intoxicated, which could cause them to get in an accident or receive jail time if they're caught again, which could stain their permanent record and get their driver's license revoked. Lowering drinking and driving ages can reduce traffic deaths. While the United States has a 3.9% traffic death rate percentage, Germany's is 1.6%. Why is that? Well, in Germany, the MLDA is set at 16, and the driving age is at 18, because handing teens the car keys 5 years before they've ever had a drink causes their confidence to skyrocket because they think that that they're driving so good that they'll be fine even with their mind in a clouded state. And they can handle drinking and driving, which was shown in an article by Michelle Minton. Although some, at Dana Eiper, may argue that a 16-year-old would be too immature to drink because their prefrontal cortex in their brain isn't fully formed yet, at least the person wouldn't be able to drive themselves off a cliff while intoxicated. All they'd be able to do is walk around because they can't drive. Being able to drink 2 years before they can drive teaches teens how alcohol affects their bodies before they even have the chance to crash their car into someone. Join the fight. Join the cause to lower the MLDA to 16 and raise the driving age to 18 to keep your loved ones safe from the life-threatening effects of binge drinking and grief of an alcohol-related death by teaching them to drink in legal moderation. Thank you.